coming out. Did you think you got enough from Alphabet to tell you that next week's going to be pretty good?
I think so. Look, what we know is that the enterprise demand for AI remains red hot. And I look to the earnings announcement from Alphabet and Google as a sign of that, right? So the big news, I think for me, the headline was the increase in capex for this year going up to 85 billion, which is about a 62% increase year over year from 2024. In fact, Alphabet even increased the amount that they're spending this year. So about 2/3 of that is for compute and servers, so think chips, and then about 1/3 of that is going to be for the data center build-outs and network upgrades. So why are they doing that? Well, again, enterprise demand is red hot, and they have a backlog for Google Cloud that apparently is up to $91 billion as of the end of Q1. So that's a 44% year-over-year increase. So I think at a minimum, we should see that same type of demand and backlog from the other hyperscalers like Amazon and Microsoft. I'm looking further out, demand for chips from folks like Nvidia.
We know the numbers are going to continue to go up. Does return on that money today even matter? I said this the other day, Lo, that we ask the question, people like me, obviously, and others, almost like we feel compelled you have to. You're spending that much money. In any other business, we'd say, gosh, you're spending all this money. What's the return on it? It's so hard to quantify now what the return is going to look like and whether it's even relevant, whether it comes in the next year or so. How do you think about it?
Well, Scott, I think your last point is the key point, because what that reflects is often when we see these massive platform changes, we tend to underestimate on the front end what the potential demand is going to be and the ultimate size of these markets. So I think from a financial analysis perspective, the analysts are looking for these investments to be the indicator that there's more demand, which will be reflected in top line growth. But I think ultimately there's a little bit more patience for how that's going to translate into margins once we start to see some of these higher margin businesses begin to really be the drivers, which they're already growing and trending in that direction.
Is there one, I want to take Apple out of the mix for a moment because it's different.
Right.
It's different in the way that they spend. It's different in the way that we think about what AI is ultimately going to mean for them. Is there one of the Microsofts or Metas or Amazons that are coming next week that gives you any level of pause at all?
I don't think necessarily a level of pause. However, what I will say, when you look at the capex spend of Google Alphabet that was announced, I would look for similar increases potentially, number one, across both Amazon and Microsoft. And then I would also look to see if there's any guidance on what the backlog looks like that's driving that increase in capex spend. Now, Meta is a little bit of the outlier. Like when we think about capex spend, Amazon's projected to do about 100 billion this year. Microsoft is just about in line with Google at about, call it 80, 85 billion. Meta is spending probably about 70 billion this year. But what's interesting is when you think about Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, Alphabet, those capex expenditures are primarily to support their hyperscaling business, the cloud business. Meta is making that investment so they can offer a better user experience. So that's the one that I might watch, because if I were an analyst, to your point, again, when I think about the capex expenditures for Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet, okay, those are in line with the customer demand. Meta's a little bit different. So I would look for a little more guidance and understanding around how those investments are going to translate.
Why is it not a good time to buy an Nvidia? Purchasing stock in a corporation with a $4.2 trillion market capitalization would undoubtedly make you late to the party. There may be higher growth potential for other stocks. With a projected earnings multiple of more than 38, Nvidia is likewise pricey. However, I won't concentrate on the negative outlook for Nvidia. The bull case appears to be considerably stronger. These are 5 compelling reasons to purchase Nvidia stock now. First, spending on AI is increasing. There are no longer any worries that cloud service providers and other clients may restrict their spending on artificial intelligence, AI. In its update for the second quarter, Alphabet provided further evidence. The business increased its projection for capital expenditures by $10 billion for the entire year. This rise is the result of Google Cloud's investments in data centers and servers to keep up with the quickly increasing demand. The quarterly updates from Microsoft and Amazon have not yet been released. But if their stories don't like Google's, I'd be shocked. And you can expect that a large portion of the funds used by these cloud giants to purchase servers and data centers will go toward purchasing Nvidia chips. Number 2. The persistent dominance of GPUs. Customers continue to choose Nvidia for the straightforward reason that its graphics processing units, GPUs, still rule the AI market. Nvidia is still in the lead, even though Amazon is using its Inferentia and Trainium chips, and Google is creating its own tensor processing units, TPUs. The quickest commercial ramp-up in Nvidia's history has been achieved by Blackwell, the company's newest GPU architecture. Nearly 70% of Nvidia's data center compute revenue in the first quarter of fiscal 2026 came from Blackwell GPUs. Remember, these chips were only shipped in large quantities earlier this year. Thirdly, the CUDA moat. Can Nvidia continue to dominate the market for AI chips? That appears likely because of what some call the company's CUDA moat. Compute Unified Device Architecture, or CUDA for short, is Nvidia's proprietary platform that enables programmers to utilize its GPUs. Millions of programmers have been utilizing this architecture for years. Additionally, a sizable code library tailored for Nvidia's GPUs is available. In summary, Nvidia's competitive edge in AI processors is likely to endure as long as the CUDA ecosystem is robust. The fourth is entering new markets. Nvidia has a history of entering new areas with success. Prior to realizing that its GPUs were perfect for powering AI models, the company began producing chips for gaming systems. It keeps expanding into new markets. For instance, some large organizations currently use Nvidia's Omniverse platform, which makes it possible to create digital twins and 3D simulations. In the future, it might prove to be a more significant growth engine than initially thought. The firm should be able to make money as autonomous vehicles gain traction thanks to its drive platform. Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, recently informed shareholders that, after artificial intelligence, robotics offers the company the biggest opportunity. Despite appearing to dampen hopes for quantum computing earlier this year, Huang said at a June conference that the technology is at a turning point. Nvidia is making significant investments in quantum computing, which is not surprising. Fifth, today won't be as exciting as tomorrow. The fact that there will be a tomorrow, and it will most likely be more interesting than today, may be the most compelling argument for purchasing Nvidia stock now. The development of artificial intelligence, AI, in the coming years, including the emergence of AI agents and possibly artificial general intelligence, AGI, may increase demand for Nvidia's GPUs. The widespread use of humanoid robots may also be a factor. The age of AI is here, Huang informed analysts during Nvidia's Q1 earnings call. Nvidia Corporation is prepared for AI infrastructures, inference at scale, enterprise AI, industrial AI, and sovereign AI. I believe he was correct. As demand for AI surges, analysts are referring to Nvidia as the stock of the decade, with some predicting a $1,000 share price by 2030. Are you optimistic about Nvidia? From a simple chip manufacturer, Nvidia has developed into the driving force behind the artificial intelligence, AI, revolution. Nvidia's graphics processing units, GPUs, are becoming a vital tool in many industries as businesses expand their use of generative AI, driverless cars, and data-driven cloud infrastructure. Following a 171% increase in 2024 and a further 25% gain in 2025, some investors might question if Nvidia's current pricing is too high for further growth. Here, we describe Nvidia's present financial situation and project possible price goals for 2025, 2026, and 2030 using a structured forecasting methodology. In order to frame Nvidia's potential course in the near and distant future, we will use a combination of analyst opinion, algorithmic estimates, and valuation data. So, what implications does this have for Nvidia's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication, so if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on Nvidia stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now let's get back to the video. Nvidia is up more than 25% so far this year, trading above $160 as of July 2025. With a trailing PE ratio of about 55.96, the corporation has a market valuation of almost $4 trillion. Although the number is high by market standards, it is below its most recent historical average, which was closer to 68. The foundations of Nvidia are still solid. By leveraging the growing need for AI across big tech, cloud services, and developing corporate applications, its data center sector continues to generate income. Nvidia continuously generates earnings surprises above market estimates, and its gross margins stay close to 70%. In terms of sentiment, analysts and institutional investors continue to favor Nvidia. Nvidia is rated as a buy or strong buy by 43 of 48 analysts, per our analyst ratings. With a low aim close to $100 and a high target of $250, the average 12-month price target is approximately $180.27. However, some investors are unsure of how much upside is left due to valuation worries, growing competition from AMD and Intel, and regulatory scrutiny surrounding AI infrastructure. With some of the strongest returns on equity and assets in the tech sector, Nvidia continues to produce profitability that leads the industry. Gross margins are still close to 70%, and net profit margins are above 50%. Valuation multiples like PE and forward PE have dropped from their peak, and the majority of analysts, 43 out of 48, rate the company as a buy or strong buy. The company's strong free cash flow growth and low debt load further bolster the long-term bull thesis linked to data center dominance and artificial intelligence. A number of important indicators such as EPS, net income, and free cash flow are showing signs of slowing down. These metrics are all currently growing more slowly than their 3-year norms. In comparison to industry peers, certain valuation metrics such as PEG, EV sales, and EV/EBITDA continue to be high. The dividend yield of Nvidia is low, and its recent rise has stopped. Decelerating financials and persistent worries that the stock is priced for perfection form the basis of the bear thesis. The forecast for Nvidia in 2025 is still essentially positive. With an average price projection of $235.48, or around 36% over the present level, analyst targets indicate substantial upside. In terms of valuation, Nvidia continues to command a higher price. The stock may be able to justify its present multiple and rise if profit growth quickens to meet investor expectations. The stock might, however, retest support around the $150 mark if growth slows or margins start to tighten. In the face of escalating competition, Nvidia's ability to preserve pricing power and operational scale will determine its course beyond 2026. According to CoinCodex's prediction, Nvidia would drop to $200 by the middle of 2026, raising questions about either market reversion or cooling demand. That opinion might be a reflection of valuation normalization or technical weariness. However, basic growth forces counterbalance that. Nvidia may be able to sustain further revenue growth due to its dominance in high-performance computing and its extensive integration in enterprise cloud stacks. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.